So what we want to do is we want to play exactly what JJ Redick had to say. We want you guys to listen to it in its entirety, and then we're going to come back and really get into the meat and potatoes of this show here. Take a listen to what JJ Redick had to say here.
I've always had a deep appreciation for LeBron and the mental side of his game. And obviously I competed against him. I didn't play a lot in 2009 in the conference finals, but, I'm sitting there on the bench watching what he's able to do. 38 points a game, 8 rebounds, 8 assists with 0 spacing. And I'm like, he's different. He's different. In the same way that I watched Kobe Bryant, he was different, and I've had Luka's the same way, Jokic is the same way, James Harden is the same. Like, these guys think the game and they court map the game at a different level. And there are certain coaches now that I get to interview before games that you ask them a couple questions and you're like, okay, these guys think about this differently. And there's a lot of joy that I get out of that. And it's an incredible opportunity. I don't look at it as like an opportunity for me. This is an opportunity for any basketball fan to listen to one of the greatest players ever talk about the game of basketball. We saw that for a few years with Kobe, and God rest his soul. I think him being gone, there's a void there. Like, how many of the all-time greats are talking about the game? I don't know if there's anybody. I just don't know. And so it's an opportunity for fans to get an inside glimpse at how the game works, the why. I never forget when I first signed up to do ESPN, somebody asked me, what do you hope to do? And I didn't know what the landscape was. I truthfully did not know First Take was a debate show. I'm being honest with you. I did not know that. And I was like, I want to help explain the why. Like, I want to help explain the why. Why are you putting 2 on the ball against Steph Curry? Why is Draymond catching the ball with no one in the middle of the court and he's got a 4-on-3? Why are they back cutting out of the corner and Draymond's hitting Iguodala or Andrew Wiggins on a lob pass for a dunk? Why is that happening? It's a great pass. It's a great cut. It's a great finish. It's beautiful to watch. But why? And that's essentially what this show is. There's a level of why things happen the way they do.
So you heard what JJ had to say. You heard his explanation. What are my thoughts about this? Well, I have a few. First of all, after Kobe retired, Kobe said that he wanted to be a storyteller as well as an investor, and he turned out to be a very, very astute investor. He invested in this sports drink company, ended up making him hundreds of millions of dollars, and his net worth ballooned to $600 million. I believe if Kobe was alive, he'd be a billionaire by now, because Kobe was smart, like smart as a whip. He was very, very smart. But in terms of that, he was also a storyteller, and Kobe felt like there was a real problem that was taking place in terms of the way athletes were being reared through the AAU system, and he felt like something needed to be done. So what did he do? He started the Mamba Basketball Academy, which I think is something that his late daughter was a part of. And of course, you had NBA players that would also go take part of it, participate in his clinics. Players like Paul George, Kyrie Irving, Kawhi Leonard, I think DeMar DeRozan, a few other players right now that I really can't remember, but I remember seeing some footage of this. So that's the first part. Then Kobe started to do a series on ESPN called Detail. And Detail was essentially Kobe taking a particular player. For example, we used Kevin Durant, who he used, although he did little pieces on Scottie Pippen in terms of it being a great defender, but Kevin Durant. And he would basically dissect a player's game by going through film. Right. And he was basically teaching you how to study film, including Kevin Durant, because he did it in a way where it would be didactic for Kevin Durant to look at it and look for other ways to enhance his basketball game. In the case of KD, he was talking about taking his game to another level with his ability to pass and beat teams with passing the ball. Right. And if you listen to Kobe Bryant, and then he did these really cool one-off specials where he did Kyrie Irving, Kawhi Leonard, these cool like kind of story. I don't know how to describe this, mini movies with this voice and explaining. I mean, it was really, really excellent work. So Kobe was already getting into the educational field in terms of basketball. And when you listen to Kobe, I think one of the reasons why he was able to resonate with so many people is that, number one, Kobe was very, very smart, number one. Number two, he was very, very articulate. You could tell he was very well read. Kobe didn't go to college, but if you listen to him speak, you would never know. Based on the simple fact that he could read a lot of books. Kobe read a lot of books. You could tell he was very well read, and that's how he was able to enhance his vocabulary and really communicate his ideas effectively, which made him the proper candidate to do something like that, right? Which is teach basketball.